Most people try to look rich. Dubai's wealthy obsess over one thing instead: cash flow. A man can drive a Lamborghini and still panic when his bills hit. Meanwhile, truly wealthy people do something almost boring. The moment money enters their account, they move part of it into assets first, before spending a single dollar. That tiny habit changes everything. Because wealth isn't built by looking successful. It's built by making money stay, grow, and multiply quietly over time. Most people increase their lifestyle when income rises. The wealthy increase ownership. And once you understand this shift, you start seeing why so many high earners stay trapped, while others quietly build freedom fast. Stay with me. Because the first Dubai habit is simple, uncomfortable, and it instantly exposes whether you're building wealth, or just performing it. A lot of people see Dubai and think everybody's spending crazy money every single day. But behind the luxury hotels, supercars, and designer brands, many wealthy people are running tight money habits nobody talks about. They look rich, but they stay disciplined and private. That's the part most people miss in financial psychology. Someone making $5,000 a month might spend $4,800 trying to impress people online. Meanwhile, another person making the same income lives below their means, invests the difference, and quietly builds real wealth. It's like Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins. The power wasn't the suit first. The power was the system behind it. That's how personal finance actually works. One practical move is creating what some investors call a controlled luxury budget. Maybe they drive a clean leased car, wear quality clothes, and go out once a week, but their real focus stays on assets and financial education. They automate investing first, then spend what's left guilt-free. That small shift changes how money flows over time. Studies on money habits show people who separate emotional spending from long-term goals build wealth much faster over 10 years. The wild part? Most outsiders never notice the difference until it's too late. And the next step explains why wealthy people never mix lifestyle money with wealth-building money in the first place. One thing high-level earners understand fast is that all money should not live in the same place. In Dubai's business culture, wealthy people separate spending accounts from asset-building accounts almost obsessively. One side is for living. The other side is for building freedom. That single habit changes how people think about how to make money long-term. A regular person gets paid and treats every dollar like spending money. A wealth builder treats income like employees with different jobs. Bills go one way. Investing goes another. Emergency reserves stay protected. It's similar to Tony Stark in Iron Man. The public sees the lifestyle, but behind the scenes, systems are running non-stop to protect and multiply everything. One practical setup is using 3 accounts immediately after payday. The first covers essentials and lifestyle. The second automatically buys investments like index funds, REITs, or stocks like Apple and Microsoft. The third becomes opportunity money for future businesses or real estate. This removes emotion from personal finance and strengthens money mindset automatically. Research from behavioral finance shows automation dramatically increases long-term investing consistency because people stop relying on motivation. That's why disciplined people often outperform emotional high earners. And once money gets separated correctly, the next move becomes dangerous in a good way, because wealthy people stop holding cash for too long altogether. Most people think holding cash makes them safe, but wealthy people know cash loses value when it just sits there. In fast-moving cities like Dubai, high earners move money quickly into ownership. They buy assets that pay them back monthly instead of collecting things that only look impressive online. That's a huge shift in financial psychology. A lot of millionaires don't wait years to start investing. The moment extra income comes in, they redirect it into real estate, dividend stocks, businesses, or scalable digital skills. It's similar to what happened in The Founder. Ray Kroc didn't just sell burgers. He understood ownership and control of assets behind the business. That's where real wealth started multiplying. Someone earning an extra $1,000 monthly could waste it upgrading lifestyle little by little without noticing. Or they could invest it into ETFs like VOO, rental property savings, or building an online business skill set. Over 10 years, consistent investing with average market returns can turn small monthly discipline into six figures. That's the power of strong money habits over temporary emotions. Wealth builders understand something most people ignore: income alone rarely creates freedom. Ownership does. And once someone starts thinking like an owner instead of just a worker, the environment around them starts mattering way more than they expected. That's where the next step changes the entire game. Dubai rewards speed, visibility, and scale. That's why wealthy people there focus on assets that grow inside competitive environments instead of staying stuck in slow opportunities. They look for industries connected to growth like premium services, real estate, global commerce, and digital businesses. Smart personal finance is often about positioning, not just effort. Someone living in a growing city but ignoring opportunities around them is like being in Silicon Valley and never learning tech. The environment matters more than most people realize. It's similar to Suits. Harvey Specter understood that being around powerful networks changes the size of opportunities available. The same thing happens financially in real life. A practical example is learning skills connected to high-income environments. Sales, content creation, AI tools, investing, luxury services, and online business systems all scale faster in competitive markets. Even side hustles can evolve into assets when they solve expensive problems. That's why financial education today is less about saving pennies and more about increasing leverage. Studies on wealth concentration show high earners often cluster around fast-growing industries and cities because opportunities multiply faster there. The scary part is most people stay mentally local while the world becomes global. And that mindset gap becomes even more obvious when discipline enters the picture instead of pure status chasing. A lot of people chase the appearance of wealth before building the foundation for it. They finance luxury cars, expensive watches, and designer lifestyles just to feel successful for a moment. Meanwhile, real wealth builders stay patient. They understand that strong money habits beat temporary attention every single time. Two people can make the same income and end up in completely different lives 5 years later. One spends to impress strangers. The other quietly invests, builds credit, learns high-income skills, and grows assets behind the scenes. It's like Rocky before the championship fight. Nobody clapped for the early mornings, the discipline, or the repetition, but that's exactly what created the result. One powerful financial psychology trick is delaying upgrades for at least 90 days. Instead of impulse buying something expensive, wealthy thinkers pause and ask whether that money could buy future cash flow instead. Sometimes that single decision becomes thousands of dollars invested into stocks, businesses, or property over time. That's how personal finance starts changing identity, not just income. Research on behavioral finance consistently shows delayed gratification strongly connects to long-term financial success. The interesting part is wealthy people don't avoid luxury forever. They just refuse to let lifestyle outrun ownership. And once someone masters discipline internally, they start thinking much bigger than their local environment ever allowed. Dubai became a magnet for wealth because it attracts global money, not just local business. Wealthy people there think internationally. They learn skills, build connections, and create income streams that can work across countries instead of depending on one local economy. That's a massive shift in money mindset most people never make. A person limited to one city often believes opportunities are small. But someone with global thinking sees clients online, investments worldwide, and digital businesses that operate 24/7. It's similar to the social network. Facebook didn't grow because it stayed local. The vision scaled globally from the beginning. The same principle applies to personal finance today. One practical move is building skills that cross borders easily, like copywriting, investing, coding, consulting, content creation, or e-commerce. Even improving English and understanding financial education opens doors to international opportunities. A freelancer charging $20 locally might charge $200 globally for the exact same skill once positioning changes. Reports from global finance markets show remote work and digital business continue creating millionaires outside traditional systems because income is no longer tied only to geography. That's why wealthy people focus so heavily on positioning and leverage. But there's one final principle underneath all of this that ties every wealth-building habit together in a much deeper way. One of the deepest wealth principles ever taught appears in the parable of the talents. The servants who multiplied what they received were rewarded, while the one who hid everything out of fear stayed stuck. That lesson still applies directly to money habits today. Wealth usually grows through action, responsibility, and multiplication, not comfort or hesitation. A lot of people pray for more income while ignoring the opportunities already in front of them. They waste time, avoid learning financial education, or spend every raise immediately. Meanwhile, disciplined people keep multiplying small wins little by little. It's similar to the pursuit of happiness. Progress looked invisible at first, but consistent action completely changed the outcome over time. Someone may start with only an extra $100 monthly. But investing consistently, learning a profitable skill, reading books like Think and Grow Rich or The Psychology of Money, and improving financial psychology daily can completely reshape their future within a decade. Most millionaires were not built from one giant moment. They were built from repeated multiplication of small advantages. The powerful part is this: once a person stops treating money emotionally and starts treating it strategically, everything changes. Income starts behaving differently. Opportunities become easier to recognize. Confidence grows naturally because systems replace chaos. And that's exactly why the people who seem lucky financially are often following hidden habits almost nobody notices at first glance. The truth is, most people never fail financially because they're lazy. They fail because nobody taught them how money habits, financial psychology, and personal finance actually work together in real life. Now you've seen what wealthy people quietly understand. Real wealth is built through ownership, discipline, positioning, and consistent action. The moment someone stops chasing appearances and starts building assets, life begins changing in ways that compound for years. Remember how overwhelming it feels to work hard and still feel financially behind? Now you can see the difference between looking rich and becoming financially free. So here's the question: what changes after today? Will the next paycheck disappear into distractions again, or will it become the beginning of a completely different future? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss finance tips that can completely transform your relationship with money, wealth building, and financial education. And if you're serious about changing your money mindset faster, there's something powerful waiting for you. The Material Holistic Health, Nourish Your Mind, Balance Your Finances, Transform Your Life was created to help you build practical systems for creating passive income streams, improving money habits, eliminating financial stress, developing emotional control around spending, and maintaining mental clarity under pressure. It's designed for people who want real structure instead of motivation that disappears after a few days. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start transforming your finances today while most people stay stuck repeating the same habits year after year. Your future income depends heavily on the systems and decisions you build right now. Check out the material in the pinned comment.